This is Fish Hook Outdoors and I'm Charles. Thanks for joining in today. On today's cooking video, we've got a very well-known dish. We've taken it up another level and made it a keto-friendly dish. We are going to be making keto shrimp scampi. To do that, I went to Jensen's Seafood, my favorite seafood vendor, and I got fresh, flown in this morning, not an hour after it landed, colossal white shrimp from the Gulf. These were flown in from Louisiana. These are big jokers. We've got Italian flat leaf parsley, a little bit of dry white wine, some fresh organic lemon juice, salt, pepper, minced garlic, shallots, olive oil, butter, everything of course organic. And to make it 100% keto, we're going to be cooking shirataki noodles with it. This is an easy dish, a quick dish, and the shrimp that I have, they've got shells on now, but I'm going to shell them off real quick. I'm going to leave the heads on, and we cook this. This is going to be very, very delicious. So I want you guys to be part of this. Come on and join me a little closer in. Well, the next phase is, the first thing we're going to do is cook the shirataki noodles. So what we're doing right now, we've got a little bit better than half water. We're boiling this. It has a couple more minutes. Once it starts boiling, I'm going to sprinkle a bunch of salt in here for flavoring. And then I'm going to add the shirataki noodles. I've got them in a strainer in the sink right now. I've rinsed them off to pop the starch and everything off of it. I've rinsed everything off. And whatever they soak it in, because the bags have to be drained. So washed off all that nonsense. And this is their recipe. They say right on the package to boil it a little bit. Depending on how you like your macaroni, I like it very al dente, so I usually skip boiling and I'll go to the next phase. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to boil it because a lot of you guys don't like it, you're not as crazy as I am. So as soon as this thing boils, I'll put the salt in and we'll put it in and I'll show you how we dry the macaroni out, and then we'll get to the next phase when we cook the goodies, the shrimps. Well, looks like it's boiling. Put a little bit of salt in here, should be enough. I'm going to crack the lid a little bit. If I close it, a lot of times it'll bubble up and foam up because of the salt, and it'll overflow a little bit. So now that we'll just take a spoon to stir it, make sure it didn't clump up, and then we'll add the macaroni, the shirataki noodles rather, in here. She's boiling, as you can see. I threw they're very, very white, these shirataki noodles. They're still very wet. I strained them as much as I could, but we're gonna put them all in here now. And we're gonna use this pan again to cook them in. So we're gonna let this boil just for a little bit. Maybe about a couple minutes, 3 minutes. I like to do it as little as possible. To totally drain them, I have a strainer over one of my sinks. This is a great thing to get. I'll show you where it straddles one of the compartments in the sink. Throw it in there. Have cold water going on the drain and drain it slowly, because this is boiling water and you have plastic drains underneath, so be careful. So drain it out slowly. Shake it real good. Then we're going to put it back in this pan on high heat, medium high heat. And I'm going to stir that around and dry it out as best I can. And I get it really dry. All right, we've got the macaroni. We're going to keep cold water going, and we're going to drop it in slowly into this strainer. This is a great strainer to catch things. We don't want to overdo. There we go. I'll shake it out a little bit like this, get it ready, and we'll put it right in the pan here. We'll just put it all in here. Well, this is what it sounds like. And you just gotta, with a wooden spoon or something like this, just keep moving them around. We'll do this for about 5 or 6 minutes until this is all the steam that's burning off. We're really working the steam out and drying it off. So we just keep moving it around. All right, next phase, Put your olive oil in. I'll have all the links to the recipe on the bottom. This is low, believe it or not, but still a little bit hot. We're going to add our shallots in here. And let these get a little translucent. We'll give it about a couple, 3 minutes. We'll get these translucent. Once they start to caramelize, we'll have our garlic and our crushed red pepper flakes. I like it a little hot. And that's optional, guys. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. All right, now's the time we'll add our garlic in. A little bit of red pepper. All right, now we're ready to put our shrimp in. We're going to cook them for about a couple minutes to 3 minutes on each side. And then once we take the shrimp off, after we flip these and cook them, we're going to season them with salt and pepper, put them aside, and then we're going to get all this stuff together. Well, we've just flipped them. We'll give these a couple of minutes on this side to cook thoroughly. All right, time to transfer these. We're going to season them first with a little bit of salt and cracked pepper. Let's just mix these. Mix everything up here. Oh yeah, this is delicious. The smell is just ridiculous. We're going to transfer these to a bowl with all the goodness in there. Leave this aside here. And now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to add some butter in here, and we're going to make a semi-sauce to marry this all together. Okay, next thing, keep it on low. We're going to put our wine in here. Lemon juice. And just whisk this around. And keeping all these flavors consistent throughout. All that alcohol burns right off, but it gives such a beautiful flavor. I'll let this cook for a little bit to thicken up just a little bit. And then we're going to add it all together in the bowl. And we're going to enjoy Keto shrimp scampi. This is thickened up slightly, and this is what you want, just enough that this will smear on everything. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take the rest of our shrimp, put it in here, empty out all this goodness. This smells ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, now we're going to put in our noodles. And we're going to mix this all together. I want it just to soak in all this deliciousness. Does this not look good enough to eat? Oh my gosh. I want to annihilate this now. The smell is ridiculous. Oh yeah. Now we're going to drizzle and garnish it. Some nice, oh man, this parsley. Fresh Italian parsley. Well guys, here it is. The masterpiece is done. Keto shrimp scampi. Now the proof of the pudding is in the eating, so we are going to partake. Fresh shrimp from the Gulf. Plant-based noodles. Oh my goodness, this is, what an alternative to regular macaroni. Very very light. Not a heavy feeling whatsoever. This is another home run, guys. Out of this world. I'm going to get a little messy here, so I'm going to stop while the getting is good. Well, another happy ending to a great story. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Keto shrimp scampi. Oh man, I know all my keto and paleo friends are going to love me for this. Excellent tasting, light as can be. It's what you expect from a keto dish. And filling. Fresh shrimp from the Gulf. I was very lucky. They told me about this yesterday. It wasn't available, or I would have made it yesterday. It just came in at 11 o'clock this morning, so I jumped all over this. What an opportunity to be close to the coast and get fresh seafood like we do in Florida. I love doing what I'm doing. I hope you guys are feeling the excitement. I hope you're looking forward to the next one, because we've got another tantalizing dish, another concoction that I'm coming up with that I think you guys are really going to love. Again, if you're new to the channel, thanks so much for tuning in. You're going to get the real deal here, the full scope on everything from cooking, fishing, and hunting. Guys, smash that subscribe button, be part of our family. We will see you again.